Hello, good afternoon, everyone who all are joining in and who may join later in the session today. And I hope that you all are doing fine, safe, sound, and happy at wherever you're taking this session slash webinar from. So today we have gathered here to attend a special session on discovering IoT with Tinkering Labs. And it is not at all wrong if I say that IoT is not just a trend. It is a transformative force that is reshaping industries, revolutionizing cities, and improving lives. So, if you follow the same and if you abide by the same, you have come to the right place. And I heartily and sincerely welcome you in this webinar here. So, to know more about this, we have our experts here, and I shall introduce you to our expert. We have Professor Rishi Chopra, an assistant professor, assistant dean, School of Computer Applications, lovely professional university here with us. He is a published author. He's having 20 plus years of teaching experience at UG and PG level already, and he has guided many master's projects. Apart from the academics, he's also playing key role in the administration as a project head in admissions department and has delivered over 200 plus career counselings, motivation sessions, and seminars at various organizations of repute. He has organized various technical events and has been the part of international and national conferences as well. So, sir, I heartily welcome you in the webinar, and it is a pleasure for us to be here to attend and to be able to listen you in the webinar, sir. And with this, I would like to welcome our second expert, Mr. Sukanta Ghosh, who is a postgraduate in computer application, an educator and research scholar. Currently, he's pursuing a PhD in artificial intelligence, and his expertise includes artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, game development, AR, VR, and the development and implementation of research tools. He loves to generate new ideas and devise feasible solutions to broadly relevant problems, and he's a driven, professional, resourceful individual who maintains a positive and a proactive attitude when faced with adversity. Currently, he's working as an assistant professor at Lovely Professional University and seeking opportunities that will allow him to use his diverse skill set to develop and promote technologies that benefits mankind. Sir, I welcome you in the webinar, Sukanta sir. And before I ask Rishi sir to carry on with the session, I want all the participants to know that now you can post in your queries, your questions in the chat box or Q&A box, or at the end of the session, you can raise your hand as well so that we can allow you to talk to our expert directly. So with this, sir, Rishi sir, I would request you to please take over the screen and looking forward for an amazing session.
Thank you so much, Himanshi, for a wonderful introduction of mine. And I would like to welcome our expert, Mr. Sukanta, as well. He'll be taking up a very important part of this session. Before we move on, I would like to first of all see who all have joined the webinar. I can see Aryan Srivastav. Hi, Aryan. Ansh Kapil is there. Avinash is there. Kavya. Yeah, I can see Kavya, Deepak, Kumari, Nancy is there, Kumdube is there, Muskan. Hi, everyone. Can you write hi to me in case you can hear me well? Pranjal, how are you? Rani, Ritesh. Yeah, I can see. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. I can see hi from everyone. So Satyam is there, Stephen, Uday, Sumit, Shubham, all are here. Nice to see you all over here. So today I'll try to make this session very interesting for you if you spend some of your time with me, focusing on our presentation and whatever we say. We'll be happy taking up all your queries related to the tinkering lab. That is a hot topic nowadays. And Mr. Sukanta is here as an expert to take up all the queries and give you a wonderful information that will actually create your interest into IoT and some of the labs which are available, right? So I'll be sharing my screen. I'll be giving you a short introduction about my role over here through a PPT. Shall I proceed? Can you write one more word for me, Pranjal? Shall I proceed? Shall I share my screen? I have a small PPT for you, a very informative one. Okay, okay. Rani Reddy, nice to see your message on screen. So I'm going to share. So is my screen visible on full screen mode? Can
Yes,
you
sir.
help me, Manshi?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir. Perfect.
Wonderful. So as you can see on screen, we'll be talking about the art of tinkering, exploring the creativity in the lab. So tinkering is going to be just when I tinker you like anything to bring something out of you, that is called as tinkering. It's an art. You see, every one of us has something in our mind, and if we put it down into a lab and create something out of it, that is tinkering. And the lab used for that can be called as a tinkering lab. Okay. So let me proceed with my agenda. So today I'll be talking um, to you about welcoming to the tinkering lab. What is a tinkering lab, right? Then I'll be talking about the tools and resources. Then tinkering lab projects, what all level of projects you can take up into the tinkering lab. Joining of the tinkering lab community. There is a community, so you can join that. And I'll be thanking you for tinkering with us, definitely. And that's going to be my another 10 minutes, which I will be spending with you on these topics, not much. And then I'll be handing over the things to Mr. Sukanta, who will be actually presenting you IoT Tinkering Lab. So I'll be talking about only the Tinkering Lab, introducing the Tinkering Lab to you. And then Mr. Sukanta would be taking up a specific tinkering lab for IoT, right? So moving ahead, uh, you see a picture on the right side of your screen. That's a tinkering lab. Now let's move on to the points which are mentioned over here. So welcome to the tinkering lab, where creativity and innovation come together to create amazing project. So two things important: creativity and innovation. So let the creativity come out of you, let the innovation come out of you. We believe that everyone has a potential to be a maker, and we provide the tools and resources to bring your ideas to life. So if the idea is somewhere in the brain, the tinkering lab is there to put that idea into some shape. That's called as a tinkering lab, right? Our mission is to inspire and empower individuals to explore, experiment, and create. Whether you are a student, a hobbyist, or a seasoned maker, there is something for everyone in the tinkering lab. You see, now you are lying somewhere, you are roaming somewhere, and suddenly an idea comes to the mind. And if you want to try it out, whether it is workable or not, this is the lab for you, where you can experiment and try actually, right? So when I was a kid, I just wanted to be very frank, I just wanted to connect one dynamo and one motor together with a pulley, and tried out whether without taking some external energy, are they keep can they keep on moving, because dynamo is being moved by motor and motor is being moved by dynamo. So both these, they might not require any external energy. They produce the energy, it generates the energy. Fine. So that was coming into my mind a lot of times, till I got a tinkering lab, till I got a nice lab where I can experiment this thing and clarify the things in my mind and learn much more. So that was So probably you also come up with few things that might be coming to your mind regarding the same. Okay. So come on and let's start tinkering. That's the logo. What is Tinkering Lab? A tinkering lab is a space where people can come together to explore, experiment, and create. Definitely, the picture also explains the same. It's a place where only limit is your imagination. There is no limit at all. Your imagination, where up to whatever level you can think of, you can experiment. A tinkering lab is about empowering people to take risks and try new things, right? It's about fostering a culture of creativity and innovation that allows the people to learn from their mistakes and grow as an individual. But a tinkering lab is more than just a physical space. It is a community of like-minded people, those who share their passion for tinkering and making. Yes, definitely. If you got an idea, maybe there are few people, those who have already tried the same, and they might have done it, or they might add on to what your idea is. So it's about a community, not a single individual. It's a place where people can come together to collaborate on projects, share ideas, and learn from each other. And it's a place where people can find support and encouragement as they pursue their creative endeavors. So, till now, I think you might have all got an idea what is a tinkering lab, how the idea of yours is put into some physical form into a tinkering lab, right? So tools and the resources which are available or are provided are of two types. So first of all, if you talk about a tinkering lab, must be equipped with a wide range of tools and resources that are sure to spark your creativity from 3D printers. Probably an idea is put into a shape through a 3D printer. You might have heard of it. Have you heard of it? Can you let, can you please write somewhere? Have you heard of a 3D printer? You might be having some 3D guns at your home as a toy also it is coming. It's very prominently available nowadays, a 3D printer. You think of something, you create it with a plastic, melted plastic gun, I suppose, right? And laser cutters, soldering irons, and hand tools are there. And we have everything over here that can bring your ideas into life. So these are the physical tools which are helpful. And in addition to our physical tools, there is an access to the softwares and online resources that can help you design and prototype your projects. And this second point is the software tool. Now, many things are programmable. So software tools are there and we embed that software and we see how the whole circuit reacts to that. And the second point will be, like you say, it will be descriptively covered by Mr. Sukanta in next few minutes, wherein he'll be taking a few of the software. He'll be giving you a demo as well, how this tinkering lab, you can sit at home and use that. So the project ideas, let's see what level of projects you can go through with the tinkering lab. One of the most exciting aspects of the tinkering lab is the incredible range of projects that the community members have created. So huge number of projects have already been done, from robots and drones to musical instruments and art installations. There is truly no limit to what can be accomplished with the tools and resources available in the lab. So what makes these projects truly special is the impact they have on the community. Wonderfully well. Whether it is a device that helps the people with the disabilities or an interactive installation that brings people together. Each project has a power to inspire and connect us in a new and meaningful way. So this is the level of projects helping the disabled in some way, or moving on to drones, robotics can be done in this lab, right? Uh, See, doing it alone is very easy, or it cannot be fetching you much success when people come together, a community of like-minded people come together, uh, who are passionate about the creativity and innovation as well. So then the output is much better. So the collaboration is the key to that. And I would request all of you to join a community and share your ideas and learn from each other. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced maker, there is a place for you in the Tinkering Lab community. Everybody is required. So create a community and join hands. Okay. So that was a little thing which I wanted to just might have many of you might not be knowing about the Tinkering Lab. That was just a setting of the flow or telling you something nice about the basic about the Tinkering Lab. Okay, I'll be now thank you. I'll be thanking you for your tinkering. It was my tinkering to you actually, just jerking you and telling you to start thinking of those ideas. And there is a way out to put those ideas into something meaningful and employable, and a very nice project can come out of it. That was all from my side, and I would like now Mr. Sutanta to come into action, and he's going to take up the Tinkering Lab specially designed for IoT. Okay, so over to Mr. Sutanta. I'll be stopping my
Thank you,
sharing.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So you've already discussed about what is the tinkering lab and how they can join a community. So I would be specifically discussing about tinkering lab in IoT. So let me share my screen with you. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, it's visible, Mr. Sutanta. You can go ahead.
Right. So the agenda for today's discussion will be on like what is IoT? What are the different applications of IoT? And how IoT is using, or you can say how the power of data analytics and cloud computing is harnessing the IoT. Then we will see the latest trends and technology which are available in the advancement of IoT. Then we will also discuss about some potential career opportunities and the pathways which are associated with the IoT. And we will be discussing about some key challenges which are associated with IoT. And then we will be discussing about Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is one of the tinkering lab. It's an online tinkering lab where you can implement your IoT ideas. So the first thing is, what is Internet of Things? So if you go by the definition of Internet of Things, so it refers to a network of interconnected physical devices, vehicles, appliances, and other object embedded with sensors, software, and network connectivity. So in total, you can say those things, those electronic gadgets which we are using, if they are talking to each other, we can say they are connected to internet, and then they are sharing their data within themselves, then it is Internet of Things. So it is internet for the things, internet for the appliances, internet for the sensors, internet for all the devices which you are using. The IoT devices, they communicate with each other with a central system. They can indulge in collection of the data, they can indulge in exchange of the data, and with help of this, they can perform a lot of different tasks. IoT devices generate and transmit the data. This data can be analyzed and it can be processed to find out some, to gather out some extract meaningful insights. And that will actually help you in intelligent decision making. Like a very simple thing, we are wearing smartwatches. So what smartwatch is doing? So with help of the smartwatch, it is collecting the data regularly. It is collecting your blood pressure, it is collecting your temperature and other parameters. So it is collecting all those things, and after that, some analysis has been done. And after that analysis, some meaningful insights have been found out that you are not taking enough water, or your blood pressure is going down, or your blood pressure is rising. And then you can take some intelligent decisions, like, for example, your blood pressure is going down, so you can go for some remedies which will help you to balance your blood pressure. Then it is connected to internet. Connected to internet means your smartwatch, it is connected to your phone, it is connected to your Wi-Fi. And with help of this, you can go for remote monitoring, you can go for the controlling of that device, and even you can interact with that device. Like in case of smart homes, you can be sitting in office and you are connecting with your AC, or you are connecting with your refrigerator, or you're interacting with your a cleaning device. It can be anything. If we talk about the applications of IoT over different domains. So IoT is used everywhere. It is used in healthcare, it is used in agriculture, it is used in smart homes, it is used in transportation, it is used in industrial automation, and many other domains also. It is not possible for me to cover all the domains in one slide, so we have picked out very, very crucial domains where IoT is being used. IoT is used for, like in healthcare, it is being used for remote patient monitoring, for smart medical devices, for healthcare data analysis. Like I've just given you, you are wearing a smartwatch, and it is what it is actually doing. It is actually doing your healthcare data analysis, and even it can diagnose you. We have seen in past a lot of few cases where your smartwatch has saved someone's life. Then in agriculture, it is used for precision farming, smart irrigation system. It is used for livestock monitoring. It is used for crop health monitoring. In homes, it is used, basically it is used for home automation. Your complete home can be automated for energy management, for security system, for connecting different appliances, which can actually give you some comfort in your life, as well as for the convenience of your life. Then it is used for transportations. Nowadays, we all are aware of autonomous vehicles which are available, like we can talk about Tesla, MG. So they all are coming with your devices, means your vehicle is actually ready to run on the road without interference of a driver. So connecting different vehicles, smart traffic management, then logistic optimization, and definitely this IoT in transportation helps in improving the safety and security of individual. Then in terms of industrial automation, so for it is used for predictive maintenance, for asset tracking, for process optimization, for overall operation where efficiency is required. Then we all know that data analytics and cloud computing, they are very crucial part of information technology. So these data analytics and cloud computing are actually being used by IoT to do its overall working. Like here in the diagram, it is very clearly mentioned that these smart devices, all the smart devices, they are generating some kind of data, and they are actually connected to internet. So whatever the data they are generating, that data is being transferred to a cloud computer. And through cloud computation, the data is being managed. Like in case of your smartwatch, you are wearing your smartwatch and you are installing an app on your mobile device. Now all the things which is being done, all the analysis, all the performance measurement, the predictive analysis, all those things are done on your app, and there is no storage on your phone. It is being actually done on a cloud. There's a cloud server where the things have been managed. So if we are using data analytics and cloud computing in IoT, so it helps in these data analytics, they helps in finding the insights, they help in identifying the patterns. Then the cloud computing helps in scalability. Like you have one smartwatch, there are lakhs of smartwatch which are sold by one particular brand. So how they're managing the things? They're using the cloud computing techniques. Then it is this use of data analytics and cloud computing helps in real-time monitoring. On the go, you can monitor that how much you have walked, how much is your blood pressure. Okay. And then it can do some predictions, like it can predict you that if you are running like this, you will be able to lose 5 kg weight or 10 kg weight. So that is predictive analysis which is being done. And this is all possible because of data analytics and cloud computing. And some of the emerging trends in IoT are your edge computing, AI integration, blockchain in IoT, 5G connectivity, IoT security. So with help of all these techniques, the IoT is becoming stronger day by day. Edge computing is about how fast the decision can be taken. The decision should be taken on a real-time basis. Like the moment you're like, we have seen one small news in the recent days that an Apple Watch saved a person. How it has saved the person is it is actually the IoT device is actually checked that okay, the blood pressure is dropping very fast. So it just suddenly send the message to the emergency contact number, and the person was rescued because he was the ambulance was on the time. And that was all possible because of the edge computing technique which is used by Apple Watches. Then AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data, deep learning, all these techniques are being used to do the predictive analysis. Blockchain is basically used to secure the transaction, to make the things on a decentralized IoT net. Because if someone hacks your device, definitely it will be it can be an issue. So it need to be the security should be ensured. Then 5G connectivity. So we all know that it is the speed is very much. The speed is a very fast speed. There is a very low latencies there. So this makes the device interact with themselves. It makes one device to send the data to another device with much more efficiently. Then security concerns are always there in IoT, which need to be addressed. Now, if I talk about the career opportunities and the pathway in the field of IoT, so there are a number of options which are available in the field of IoT. Some of the options I've highlighted, which can give you a very handsome salaries, that is IoT engineer. So IoT engineer is a person who is responsible for designing, developing, and implementation of IoT solutions. It may be working with hardware, software, as well as the connectivity issue. An IoT architect is a person who is responsible for designing the overall architecture of IoT system so that it can be ensured that the scalability, interoperability, and the security must be there. So for security reasons, it has to design the things in a such a way that the security concerns should be met. A cybersecurity specialist is a person who is wholly solely responsible for securing your IoT devices from the external attacks. There are a number of cyber threat and vulnerabilities which are there into the market. So this cybersecurity specialist is someone who is going to save your device from those attacks. Then data scientist is responsible for analyzing and interpreting the large volume of data which IoT is creating. And by observing that particular data, it is finding out the meaningful insight. There are some insight and there are something known as meaningful insight. Meaningful insight means from which we can take informed decision, or we should say data driven decision making. Then IoT project manager is a person who is responsible for managing all these people on a particular IoT project. IoT also possesses some of the challenges in front of normal users. The first challenge is security vulnerabilities. There are a lot of risks which are associated with IoT devices. If the data breach is there, your data is available on cloud. If the cloud is get hacked, then definitely all the data is available to someone else, to the attacker. Then device tampering is one of the major problem. Like you're wearing a smartwatch, your device has been hacked by someone, and then it is not generating the result which you want. It is generating or it is giving you the wrong results. Then interoperability issue. See, there are so many devices. Every device is based on a different type of architecture. They follow a different type of protocol. So it is an issue that how we are interacting those two devices. Like I want to interact a mouse with a mobile phone. So mouse is working on a different architecture, mobile phone is working on a different architecture. So it's an issue. Then data privacy concern, your data, your personal data is available on most of your IoT devices, whether it is your smartwatch, whether it is your smart home system. So a lot of laws and compilations are available, data protection regulations are available, but still it remains the concern for 21st century. Then scalability, IoT devices are growing at an exponential rate. Earlier, very few people used to wear smartwatches. If you just take the case of the smartwatches, now almost everyone is using smart. So definitely the data volume is increasing, the network traffic is increasing, and it needs to be managed. Then visuals, if you talk about the visuals, there are certain things like interoperability standards, privacy protection, scalability. We should look into these considerations. I will be talking about the Tinkercad. So we have enough talked about what is IoT now, how we can do IoT with help of a Tinkercad. So before we go into that, let's talk about what actually a Tinkercad is. So Tinkercad is basically an online platform that helps you to design, simulate, and prototype any IoT project. In a very simple term, IoT project means we are talking about Raspberry Pi, we are talking about Arduino board, we are talking about sensors, and all these are having a cost. They are not free of cost. You need to invest some money into it. Then about the connectivity, you have to connect them. If you do not connect them correctly, then definitely it will create a problem. Your system may got burned out, your chip may got damaged, and definitely it is a problem. Now, how to solve this problem? So first of all, we have some simulators. So Tinkercad is one of the simulator. You do the simulation on it. If the simulation goes right, then you can purchase those items and you can implement them. Means idea comes into your mind. You just implement the idea of Tinkercad. By implementing that idea on Tinkercad, you have found out that yes, this idea is working. Now it's time to run it on the actual device. So it is a prototyping tool. It provides you a virtual circuit design, which helps you to create and simulate the electronic circuits by just drag and drop facility. And this helps in a rapid prototype development as well as testing. Now, for most of the IoT devices, they are either using Arduino or Raspberry Pi. So Tinkercad support integration of both Arduino and Raspberry Pi. Even if you want an external support of Raspberry Pi and Arduino, it is provided. You just connect your Arduino board with your system and the Tinkercad will detect it. It also provides the visualization and the simulation tool. So you can simulate your project and you can see, yes, it is working or not. And definitely whether it is accessible to the user or not. So let's go live. Let's see what is Tinkercad. So I'm just resharing my screen. I hope my complete screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir, it is. It is.
Okay, so this is the interface of Tinkercad. So I've already built a project for you to show you. Now let's understand that what things are available here and what is the basic component of it. So I've just run a project here. So this is the main working area where you are going to put your components. So I've used a breadboard, I've used a Arduino board, I've used a 9-volt battery, I've used a bulb and some switches. Now, and I've also used an optocouple. This is one of the components. So here Here you can see my components are available. So it is having a huge range of components. So I've just selected the basic component. You can go for all components. So you can see a long list of components are available. Let me name out some, like a resistor, a capacitor, then a diode, push button, then force sensor, then some common sensor, ultrasonic sensor for distance calculation. This is a soil moisture sensor. Then this is a temperature sensor. Then these are your bulb, RGB, different type of bulbs, a DC motor, a remote controller, a display. So almost everything which you want is available. Here you can see this is a breadboard. These are microcontrollers. These are some instruments, integrated chips. All chips are available. Power controllers, connectors, logics, all the gates are available. You have heard about gates? You might have done. And if you have not done, you will be doing in your graduation or in your post-graduation. So here all the gates are available. So almost each and everything which is required for an IoT project, this is available. Here we have, this is the wire color, which wire color you want to choose so that a difference can be maintained. And this is a type of wire. What type of wire? It's a normal wire, a hookup wire, an alligator wire, or an automatic wire. Then this is the code window. The moment you click on it, the code is available in front of you. So I have just pushed a code here. Okay, this is for you. Later on, we will see how to write a code. And then this is the simulator. And even you can send it to someone if you want to share your project with someone. So you can share your project. Now, the good thing about this is free of cost. Means you're not paying any money or you're not going for any kind of subscription. You just have an idea, just try to build that idea. You should have the prerequisite for this Tinkercad is you should have the basic fundamental knowledge of electronics. Means why resistor is being used, why capacitor is being used, what is a capacitor. Then you should have the knowledge of these input. You should have the knowledge of all these sensors, like how a gas sensor works, where I will use a gas sensor, okay, where I will use a soil moisture sensor, what will be the output of the soil moisture, this sensor, what output it is going to generate. Okay, so here let me first remove this for you. And let me show that what has been done here. Normally, if you see, if you start simulating it, so the moment you press this button, it is working. Now you just want to create a hackable system. This is you can say a hacking button system. Means the button is not going to work. Okay. So for this, we have used an Arduino board. So Arduino is having a ground. Here you can see the ground. The ground is connected to my negative terminal. Then this is my power pin. This is the terminal power. It is connected to the register. Okay. This is octocoupler. Okay, this octocoupler is basically the heart of this particular the complete project. Now here I have connected the autocoupler, this octocoupler with the register. Why we are using the register here? We are using the register here to control the electrical strength. So it is connected to the anode. Okay, and you are connected to the breadboard with the cathode. So it is having an anode, it is having a cathode, it is having, like, it is not these are, this is the emitter, this is a collector, this is an emitter, and this is a base. So you need to have understanding of this 4N35 octocoupler. So first of all, go and read about this, then you more understanding will be there about this octocoupler, why we are using it. Now we have connected this with the breadboard, and after that we have connected a register in between, and the register is directly connected to the power signal, so that my Arduino board should not burn down. That is why we have put a register here. So in case if a lot of energy is coming up, then this register is going to handle it. And ground is connected to the negative terminal. Bulb is already connected to a 9-volt battery. Here you can see it is connected to a 9-volt battery. If I click this, it is burning. Here you can see. The moment you keep clicking it, it's a push button. So you just push it and it is working. Okay. So let me stop the simulation. Now I need to connect this terminal. So you can just choose a wire. So I'm using a red wire. So connecting this terminal with 23. And then I'm using a black wire. Oh, sorry. This is with 24. So this is with the emitter and this is with the collector. So the moment you start the simulator, it will keep on pumping. But this is not the heart. There is something more which we have done. This is a code for the same. Now, coding on Tinkercad is very simple because it uses your C++ programming language. So most of us are aware of what is a C++ programming language, and the same has been done here. So we are putting a octopin number 2. We are setting that octopin is equal to 2, and then we are setting the pin mode. Then we are just writing that it should go high, and then there should be some delay, and again it should go low. Okay, so whatever code you are going to write it here, the way you are going to write it here, again, if you want it like you want it for like, let's suppose for 3000 milliseconds, means 3 seconds. So there will be a delay. You can see. So let's start the simulation. So after 3 seconds it burn, then it go down, then again burn after 1 second, then for 300 millisecond it will be on, and then again off. So you can see the difference. Okay. Similarly, you can code whatever you want to code, and this code is basically done on Arduino board. Okay. So this is one of the very simple project, a very simple project of hacking a button. Similarly, if you just go by it, let me go to the Tinkercad. There are lots of lessons which are available. If you are at a very basic level, you can use the resources. So here you can go and you can go to the learning center. And in learning center, and this is not only about your circuits. You can also go for your 3D designs. So I will be specifically about the circuits. So let me view all. So you can see everything related to this is available. So here you have to just implement it. You see it, yes, it is working. Then you can actually implement the project. And now the chances that your project is going to work is 100%. If it is working on the simulator and you are doing the things correctly as per as the simulation, then definitely your actual project will also go hand to hand. It will definitely work. And let me show one more thing. If you have learned Scratch, then in that case, you need not have to code also. You can use Scratch also. So here you can see it's a code, it's a text base. There is a block based code also. So I'm not going to use it. But here you have the option, block based code. Okay. So if someone has learned about Scratch programming, then they can use the block. But we all know that most of us are comfortable with C and C++. So you can use C and C++ for writing the codes on Arduino boards. I hope the things are very much clear to you. In case you have any doubt or you have any queries with you, the queries are most welcome.
Thank you, sir. Before we take on the queries, thank you so much, sir, for giving this insightful presentation. And I'd like to thank Rishi sir also for joining in and for giving his valuable time, his assistance to all the participants here. And yes, sir, we have few queries from our registrants as well. And before I take them up, I would want to know, I mean, if participants have any other query, you can just type in the Q&A box or the chat box. And meanwhile, I'm going to pick up some of the questions. Okay, I think voice is muted. Okay, so sir, is my voice audible? I think there's some issue with the.
You're audible.
Okay.
Manshi, you're audible.
Okay. So this question is from an anonymous attendee, sir, and it says, can you provide some examples of creative IoT tinkering projects that has happened in the industry?
Okay. So right now, industry is working a lot on autonomous vehicles.
Yeah.
So in the field of autonomous vehicles, a lot of things are going on. Then sports analytics. In sports analytics, a lot of we are using the devices to see that how someone we just simply take Dhoni. So he's a better. So we all know that how he's betting. So we want to learn the skills. So those skills can be learned, and even you can see now in game industry, a lot of simulations, a lot of IoT devices are being used, so that if I in a game, if I hit a six, it should look like how Dhoni has hit a six. So for that, we are actually capturing the actions from the player, and then we are putting those actions into the system. So those capturing things is being done through IoT.
Okay.
So yes, in these fields, it is being extensively used.
I'll be adding this into the question what Mr. Sukanta has said. So we have seen a lot of technology advancements in drones. Drones have been used for various purposes, and there has been various applications of drones nowadays. So that's a product of see the advancements in the tinkering lab or IoT labs or connectivity. Without connectivity, it cannot work. So definitely drones are a good example, and you can say robotics, various types of robots. The robots are working at various places. They are for diffusal of bombs. They are going for where you cannot go quickly. They are saving people from in case of fire. Robots are being controlled through IoT. Then you see there are various communicating drones and robots. So definitely a lot of advancements, and again it depends upon your imagination, your innovation.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Sukanta sir was saying that we can learn the coding, and then after we can also make our own IoT device. So for the same, we have received a question from Viraj Shah. It says, what programming languages and frameworks are commonly used for coding IoT devices? And
For
what are
IoT,
yeah? So
for
this
IoT devices, the most common and the popular language is C++. We can just simply we all know C++ because most of the boards, because C++ is having the power to go deeper into the device at a device level. So C++ is enough. It's enough to
okay.
learn.
Rishi sir, do you want to add anything to it?
Yeah, definitely. As Mr. Sukanta has already said, C++ is an object-oriented language. So it has the power to code all the objects of our real life. You can code a car, you can code anything. Your behavior can be coded into that. So it has a lot of power, and definitely we are going to, if you come over here, we are going to teach you C++ at core level, at advanced level, then Java, then Python. Definitely that's into the curriculum of LPU, and you'll be an expertise without any, you can say, doubt.
Definitely, sir. Indeed. So students, you can come here in the university and join the course and learn all the languages and can excel in the field that you want to. So with this, we have our next question. So this question came from an anonymous attendee, and it says, are there any specific safety considerations or the practices I should keep in mind when I tinker with my IoT devices?
Okay, for this, if they are working on a tinkering lab, they can do whatever they want to do. That is what creativity means. But yes, at real life level, a lot of security protocols are being made, because for a very simple thing, like we use pacemaker, the heart. So if someone, the pacemaker is again an IoT device. So if someone just hack it and just stop it, then definitely you can see the consequences. So for security concerns, security protocols are there, which is like we teach in networking courses, that how the protocols are being created. In even we have a cybersecurity specialization. In that also we teach them that how to secure these kind of devices.
Right.
So that is totally a separate part.
Sir, do you want to add anything to it, sir? To the answer?
Yeah, definitely. Security is the measure which is always there. Whenever you use any lab, definitely a lab when it is built. If I talk about with reference to tinkering lab, yes. Whenever a lab is made, all the security parameters are definitely taken into consideration. And if you are doing any level of experiment, definitely, we have a protocol set. You do's and don'ts are there, which are always relevant to the experiment that you are doing. And I can throw some light on. We have an innovation studio in LPU, which is our biggest tinkering lab in North India, definitely. It's a huge thing wherein you can explore a charter plane also. You can explore a self-driving bus also, which the students have made within the campus. And definitely safety measures are there, and a lot of staff is available to assist you if you need to do some type of welding over there, you know, and proper safety jackets. If you are talking about the physical safety, yes, it is there. The staff is also there to help you out. Nothing to worry about that.
Definitely, sir. Thank you so much. And sir, with this, we have a last question, and it is from an anonymous attendee, and it is the question is, which laptop is best for the coding? So basically, students were worried, would they need the laptop, and if they need, so which laptop they should bring with them when they come in the university? This, sir.
Yeah, definitely. See, the laptop, never a machine will say, it will not say no to any of the things. Nowadays machines are well equipped, good enough amount of RAM is also there. Yes, the operating system. So it depends upon your pocket as well, how much your pocket allows. But yes, I would request Mr. Sukanta to come up with a bare minimum base level configuration that a laptop must have, and at least i5, I suppose, with from sixth generation onwards, if you have, yes, that will be good enough. An SSD, um, uh, dedicated graphics card, because Mr. Sukanta, I would like to disclose, is a graphics expert as well, and he deals with a lot of gaming applications. So if I talk about, if you would have asked this question to Mr. Sukanta, he would have started with a top level configuration, which he always likes his students to have. Definitely very high-end graphics system he wants. But yes, I would request Mr. Sukanta to just let students know what is the bare minimum thing which they can spend and come over here, and that can be good enough for them.
Okay. As I told, I will go for a very higher configuration. So let me keep very simple. So if, for example, your pocket is somewhere around 40, 45, or max to max 50, in that case, you can go for a laptop with at least i5 10 generation, 11 generation, it will come somewhere around 40, 42. And it should have at least 8 GB of RAM. And if possible, a dedicated graphic card, if possible. Otherwise, without dedicated graphic card also, most of the things are online. So it will work. So i5 with 8 GB RAM, at least 10 generation, at least 10 generation. And storage can be 1 TB or even 500 GB is enough, because most of the things we are using cloud storage. So it will not create a problem. But yes, if you are coming for a gaming laptop, your integrated graphic card, your dedicated and integrated graphic card is must. Okay, it will go somewhere beyond 70, 75. So with the 16 GB RAM. So
Yeah, thank you, sir. And so we have got another question. It is the question that we've had about the language, what one should learn before they come in the university. So this one student has asked that he's already learning Python. So should he stop learning that particular language and go with the C++? Or I mean,
No, definitely not. You can continue with Python, definitely, if you want to apply, if you want to go for artificial intelligence and applying some machine learning techniques, those are definitely going to be through Python only. But see, I'll give you a generalized idea that whichever language you use, the logic has to be strong. The logics work on logics. If your logic is strong, then it can be incorporated in any of the languages, right? Uh, okay, if I give you an example, if I want to say hi to everyone, see, hi is hi, just the greeting, but which language I want to convey, that's variable, right? So what you want to convey, what you want to do is the logic. So make yourself strong in that, and rest the languages are many and definitely acceptable by don't ignore Python, continue with that. That's my suggestions on it.
Sure, sir. Thank you. And I think, sir, we're done with the questions. Okay. Sir, thank you so much for coming in, for joining in, sir, and for providing your knowledge, your experience to all the students. And last word of thanks, the way you explained, sir, Rishi sir, Sukant sir, thank you so much. And so now I would want to take your permission to show the students little about the site as well, and the webinar that we have planned, upcoming webinars. So can I show them?
Yeah, 1 minute, Himanshi, can I take 1 minute of yours?
Sure, sir, sure.
So I would, all the attendees, those who are over here, I can see still so many. Rani Reddy is there, Ritesh, Sumit Kumar, Stephen, Vanshika Kashyap, Uday, Krishendru Das, Manish. So I would request all of you, see, we are definitely planning few of the webinars in next few days also. So I would like to know your interest in you are interested in which type of topics, so that we can come up with those topics, because we have a lot of resources with us. No problem. Now I just wanted to know your interest. So me and Mr. Sukanta might come up with the area of interest of your choice. And can you please type your interest in a chat box or Q&A, so that we can record that and we can come up with the webinars of your choice in future. So quickly, I can give you probably 30 seconds to type your interest. So Deepika wants in artificial intelligence. Yes, we can come up. Cybersecurity, yes. Game development also. Manish and Pillai wants game development. So please note, Mr. Sukanta, definitely we can come up with this. Cybersecurity and its pathways. Cloud computing, definitely yes. Game development. DevOps. Basics of C++. Yes, that's also a good thing. We can move back and take up few concepts of C++. ERP tools, Manish wants ERP tools. AI and ML is Rani wants AI and ML. Yes. Okay. Okay. Noted. Noted. IoT security specifically. Python group. Okay. We have all noted down. Thank you so much. And Himanshi, you can proceed now. Taking your leave. I have to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you. Thank you, Himanshi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So to all the queries regarding admissions and basically where you would find all the webinars that are already enlisted. So you need to just go to simple one site, lpu.in. And once you go to this site, there will be this interface will be coming in front of you. Now this is where you need to just click. Okay, so I'll just remove these from here. And I will be just clicking on admissions. And once I click on the admissions, you can see at the left hand side corner, there is a page called LPU's EduFair webinars page. So once you click on this page, particularly this will be the interface that will be coming in front of you. So I actually forgot to tell you that this session and every other session that we conduct here in LPU are already recorded and are already uploaded on the YouTube, and next future coming sessions will also be uploaded on the YouTube as well. So I will just tell you that how you can go to our YouTube page. So basically you have clicked on the webinars page, and these are all the upcoming webinars. You can see you can register for them for free, and they are all free, and you can gain as much as knowledge as you want. Now the past webinars that have happened already, and you want to see their YouTube recording, the session that has been there on the session, right, on the platform. So you can just simply go to the, let's say you want to know about data science, right? So you just go and simply click on view YouTube recording, and hence the recording will be starting in front of you, and you can join in the session. So that's how you can just join our YouTube channel as well, our site as well. And if you want to know about admissions, how you can take admissions, if there's anyone, so I will be telling you in a brief. So you go to this admission process here, admission part, and once you click on that, you will be seeing all the segregated programs. I'm just assuming that you have passed. I mean, just taking an example, you are 12th pass out student, so you go to after 12th regular programs, and once you go to there are all disciplines that will be coming in front of you. And after these disciplines, you click on any of the disciplines. Let's say I click on computer application and IT, since we were talking a lot about it, and hence you will be finding BCA, BAC, I mean all the programs that are offered on that. And once you click on the program, these are all the things that you would be given on the site. And so program details will be giving you eligibility, and fees basically will be once you click on the fees, you will be knowing what the fees of the course is, and the scholarship you can avail other than the scholarship that were mentioned in the fee structures. So simply for apply, you can simply click on apply now option. And to the students who I had replied that you can contact to our counselors, how you can contact us, simply click you can schedule a call from the website as well. You can WhatsApp us or have a live video counseling session. So you can use these three pathways to connect to them and get your query resolved. So I hope that I've given you a brief as to what is needed in order if you want to take admissions. So with this, if there's anything that I could not tell, you can write in the chat box, or if not, then I will want to take your leave. And thank you so much for joining in. I want to thank all experts here also who had joined in and given their inputs. And I hope that you've loved the session. I was as intrigued as you are, I believe, while attending the session and learn new things. So to learn new things, you can come and you can register for the webinars that we have already invested on the site. So with this, I take your leave. Thank you so much for joining in. Stay safe and stay healthy. And meet you soon in the next webinar.